Today, my friend, this morning, starting a little bit early, 2 hours early, but my theme today is going to be something that I mentioned last night. And I have a fear, and I'm going to be honest with you, I have a fear that some people are not going to like it because some people like a kind of a nice, here's what's going on today. And there's so much that is going on, which is wonderful, absolutely wonderful going on in terms of this president, what this president is doing, and what this administration is doing, and how we are such beneficiaries of MAGA and Doge. And I am immediately looking to say, I'm starting to see a little bit of the foot off of the, how do I say this? Off of the accelerator is what I'm seeing. I'm starting to see things like Bobby Kennedy slowing down, who is becoming very, very calm. Bobby Kennedy's affect. He doesn't. The other day he said that anti-Semitism was the worst plague. I'm thinking, oh my God. This is what you're worried about? CDC, FDA, all the what are we talking? And then today he gave something about, bird flu. We got to be careful not to inoculate birds because we'll get a mutation. Go, no. This is not what we're supposed to be doing. This is not why you're here. No. You're here to mix things up, to first of all announce right off the bat hearings that you're going to have to determine how we were bamboozled, lied to by the Fauci administration, the Fauci group. Bring him back. Get him into a new perjury. The way you get these people away from their, from their initial pardons is to bring them back, start them new. What are they going to do? Take the fifth? Make him do it. Make him take the fifth. Have him lie. Catch him in a lie. Get Adam Schiff in there. Find out, what did you do in order to perpetuate a known lie as to the president's connections to and that which is regarding, what am I trying to say? Regarding, Russian interference. What did you do? What? There is we're losing. When I saw, I'm telling you, Bobby Kennedy, just picking him, is starting to talk like he did before as a commentator. Red dye number 6. Fruit Loops do not have this dye in Canada. Beef tallow. Everybody, what is this now? Is this a commercial for Steak and Shake? We're selling Teslas and we're selling Steak and Shake and French fries. Mr. Health wants to sell fried potato. What? So we're going to be talking about this. And let me just tell you something. I want to win. But the only way we're going to win is if we clobber these people. So sit tight, make sure you're subscribed to Lionel Nation, and listen to this important word. Listen to me. Are you drowning in debt? You're not alone. New reports show the average person is buried under $8,674 in credit card debt, with total consumer debt soaring to a staggering $104,215, including mortgages, auto loans, student loans, and credit cards. It's a financial crisis, and without a real solution, many will keep spiraling deeper. That's why I want to introduce you to a powerful secret weapon that has helped so many regain control. They specialize in consolidating all your debts into one manageable monthly payment and even negotiate a settlement so that you can pay less than you actually owe. Think about this. They've already settled over $275 million in debt. Think about that. helping people break free in an average of just 28 months. I've personally recommended their services to friends and clients who needed a way out, and now I'm bringing it straight to you, my loyal Lionel Nation family. So don't wait. Book a free consultation today, right now, at nodebtwithlionel.com. That's nodebtwithlionel.com. The link is right under the title here. It's time to take back control of your finances. Act now. Get out of debt and start living the life you deserve. I don't want to spend a lot of time on fries. I don't want to do this because everybody's an expert now. M.R.O. Levon says, Nom le plume, who wrote, wait until you learn who has been talking to you here. One of the most incredibly and unnecessarily arcane messaging, but nonetheless entertaining. Thank you. And there, of course, is Sally Remington. Before we begin, I'm going to say this for no particular reason other than I'm going to say this. If you're interested in beef tallow, if all of a sudden the other night, hey, look at me, I sure like these fried taters better with beef tallow. They don't have seed oil. What's wrong with seed oil? I don't know. But they say it's bad, so that's the way it's going to be. Really? Really? May I read you something? May I just bring something to your Michael Greger is, I think, the god of nutrition information. And he has nutritionfacts.org. Did you know that research suggests that potential cancer risks are associated with consuming fried potatoes due to acrylamide formation? Did you know that deep frying food increases the risk of various cancers? Deep frying, including the frying of French fries and potato chips, can lead to the formation of acrylamide. This is a compound that has been linked to a potential cancer risk. Deep fried foods have been linked to breast cancer, pancreatic, lung, oral, throat, esophageal, and voice box. Some study, so you can go in and look at heterocyclic amines and the like, and carcinogenic acrylamides from frying. So if you want to pretend, all of a sudden, Bobby Kennedy says, I'm going to pick some arcane reference. There's something about maybe you should, but I'm only going to spend a second on this. But if you want to talk about this, if all of a sudden everybody's into beef tallow and frying, missing the big picture, let's talk about it. But nobody wants to talk about that because you want to hear the news that supports what you like. Hey, I like this flavor better. It's just, there's something wrong with us. We don't know how to think. We don't know how to think. We love to jump into subjects like nutrition, but we just stop. We just like, I like this. It's like religion. We take this particular piece of it, and then we take this particular piece of it, and then we take this particular piece of it, and then we like. Do you really want to know this? No, I just like this, and I like this, and it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. This is one of those things. And while we're on the subject, you know what the whole thing about seed oils and omega 6:3 ratios? No. Where do you think this comes from? What are we talking about? This I have been doing this 6:3 ratio stuff forever. And I've been listening and I find this fascinating. But for you to jump into a 1-minute little cutesy, hey, we're in a well-lighted, I'm with Sean and we're in a steak and shake. This is the matter with us. Do you really want to get into it? Look at to stop and say, let's look at this here. Look at this particular piece under this microscope. Look at this. These are aspects. These are things that I find absolutely critical. Now, I'm not going to spend the rest of my time with it, But I want you to understand this. If you want to be a part of my world, and if you want me to maybe, I don't know, teach you something, I know that's not, because Bobby Kennedy, I'm thinking, let me stop. The first thing I would do is I would scare them. Jordan, maybe John Kennedy, give me, he had to do his bottom lip. Hey, comrade. I would say we're going to bring your lawyer up, set them up for perjury, bring them all in, have them take the fifth. Did you know? Remember, I'm not talking about Fauci. If Fauci says, I've been granted immunity, great. That's what you did before. Here you are now. Did you know? Or did you in any way obfuscate the facts or do anything to, dare I say, destroy reality when you said blankety, blankety, blank? Did you? I take the fifth. Gotcha. Okay, I want to move on to this next piece. This is something that I will never understand. People who find themselves in positions where they don't know to keep their mouths shut. Portsmouth, Virginia. Did you see this? A high school relay race in Virginia turned rather controversial last week after a runner from one team school hit a competitor from another school in the head with a baton. Did you see this? The blow knocked the athlete to the ground and out of the race. She claims she had to go to the hospital. She had a concussion. The track meet experienced a moment that people are talking about all over the world. As we were running, I felt somebody behind me, that's usual on the 4x2, which was touching me to the point where when I was pumping my arms, the baton was literally hitting my arm. Everett said what happened next was an accident. I lost my balance. My whole body turns like this, and then I pump my arms, and she was cutting in, so she was, okay. Watch this. I don't want to use the word psychopath because we use that word far too much. Listen to this. Why they let this idiot, speak, I will never know. Watch this.
Everybody has feelings.
Oops, that's not it. Hang on. Well, I forgot something. There's this new thing in StreamYard. There we go. Let me do this again. Here we go.
Everybody has feelings.
Everybody has fillings. Okay, that's fine. Fillings. Nothing more than fillings. Anyway, there she is. Now watch this as this one clobbers this other runner with a baton, and she's lamenting and crying and lacrimating over the fact that she has fillings.
So you're physically hurt.
But I've got fillings too. Now watch this.
But you're not.
Look at this. See that? Let's look at this again. I want you to watch the thing first.
You're not thinking of my mental, right? They're going off of one angle. A couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. What? I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit. I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video. Everybody has feelings.
Who's calling her ghetto? The whole team? Everybody's black.
You're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right? They're going off of one angle. A couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit. I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video. Everybody.
It's because seriously, can you believe this? Even the race thing is just this automatic connection to everything. It's got to be racist. It's got to be racist. There's no way that I can be doing something that is not racist per se. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. Racist, racist, racist. It's all racist. Everything's racist. They're all black. Who's calling you ghetto? Fellow black? What are you talking about? Even the patellar reflex of this is just out of control. And you have to ask yourself, let this go away. Don't talk about this. Let people say, let them think, okay, there it was. Maybe, I don't know. But as soon as you speak and open your mouth, then we say, you know what? Any particular feeling I had for you or regarding you is now gone. It's this thing we do. You don't understand. Shut up. Either that or nobody likes you. Here is the best example of this one. This is the best example. This is the one that I hope you're not you're eating. Watch this one.
Well, hey everybody, it's me, Rosie O'Donnell, star of the Flintstones.
Now, let me stop right now. Star of the Flintstones. When was the Flintstones? I think A League of Her Own might have been better. That was actually a good movie. The Flintstones, 1994. What is she talking about? She looks sedated. She doesn't look well. She looks like she's lost weight. I mean, no jokes about that. And she's decamped in a redoubt in Ireland. What are we doing? First of all, Rosie, nobody cares. No, let me see if I can explain it. Nobody gives a shit about you. Nobody. You were even people who like you don't like you. But let's watch this. Okay, listen. This is like defeated. She's left the country, and let's watch this in its glory. But I just had to tell you, star of the Flintstones, huh? The John Good. What? Okay, watch.
Well, hey everybody, it's me, Rosie O'Donnell, star of the Flintstones. It's Tuesday all day, as my Nana would say. And I'm here in Ireland. And it's beautiful and warm.
I'm bored.
Not physically, it's actually quite cold. Moved here on January 15th. And it's been pretty wonderful, I have to say.
Looks like it.
The people are so loving and so kind, so welcoming. And I'm very grateful. I'm in the process of getting my Irish citizenship, as I have Irish grandparents, and that's what's going on, and that's where I've been and what I've been doing. And although I was never someone who thought I would move to another country, that's what I decided would be the best for myself and my 12-year-old
Couple of
child.
more seconds of that.
And here we are.
Yeah, I'm thrilled.
Here we are.
Can you feel my excitement?
So TikTok has gotten a little bit dark and negative for me. I don't
the truth
feel capable of going through the hate that comes through.
Okay, enough of this bullshit. This is this self-indulgent, weird form of a self-indulgent lunacy. What are you talking about? I don't understand it. This is the part. Unreal. Look at this one. Dee Dee says, sorry, Lionel, off topic. Just about to board a plane to Australia, and all I can think about is Pumageddon. Good luck, and watch those Tata Airlines in those transatlantic flights for 12 or 13 hours. Dear God, have a safe trip. Indeed. This shows you, number one, this sense of, I how do I say this? I don't know where I am in terms of my what's the word? I don't know where I am in terms of my relevance. Am I important? Am I not? The only thing she has done, the only thing, the only relevance, the only, just as a matter, imagine going to some talent agent. What have you done? I've basically busted Trump's balls for the past whatever. I don't do anything. I was on The View decades ago. I haven't done anything. I don't do stand-up. I've got a girlfriend. Maybe I've got some kids that are messed up. I don't know. I don't do anything. I am living under the shade, under the delusion that somehow I'm loved. I'm relevant. I'm important. I'm something. I don't know. I don't know how to say this any more than this. I am irrelevant. And I speak to the camera as though someone cares. I just have, it's just amazing. I'm thinking, what are you thinking? What do you add? What is your insight? Do you think people sit and say, I wonder what Rosie's doing? Where are you? When did you leave? Was it the 15th? How long did it take you? How far along are you in the application process? I don't get it. I don't get it. Here's another one. I have to tell you this. Something happens with people in this, I don't know what it is. I guess I always ask myself, well, what am I doing? Am I doing the same thing they're doing? I mean, maybe I am. Maybe this is me, but I'm talking to you, and I want you to wear it. But it's not about, hey, are you seeing how I'm handling this? Are you able to handle my travails? I'm moving. It's all about me, me, me. No, this is about us and them. I sound like Pink Floyd or something. This is about them. It's not about us. It's not about me. It's not about my particular. It's about this world we live in. Listen to this woman. I don't know who she is, but this started when people during COVID would sit in their car and wax irrelevant or psychotic about I don't know what. Watch this one. You'll get me move her. Okay, watch this one.
Good morning. It's Monday.
Who is this?
I have a question for those that have voted for this administration.
Who are you?
Did you vote for the Department of Education to be taken out?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Not only that, that was a plank. That was a promise.
Did you vote for the Department of Education to be taken out?
Yes.
Dismantled. Did you vote for that?
Yes.
I'm just curious.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you wanted them to change things, but dismantling a department that helps your children.
No, they don't. Excuse me. That's the name of it. Like the Department of Fun is not a department that actually works on fun. It's just a name. No child left behind leaves children behind. Yeah, that's exactly right. Exactly.
Dismantled. Did you vote for that?
Yeah.
I'm just curious. I'm sure you wanted them to change things, but dismantling a department that helps your children.
That's not a department.
And helps a lot of people.
How?
Putting it with the states is not the answer, especially if the states don't have income taxes.
Wait a minute. Putting it with the states that don't have income taxes. Florida, for example, my home native state, does not have income tax. They have education. Some people think it's pretty good. I don't know. I'll let you decide that. Where does she get this? You need income tax for what?
But dismantling a department that helps your children and helps
the best part's coming. People. Get ready.
Putting it with the states is not the answer, especially if the states don't have income taxes and if they're going to start taking those away too. Like
if they're going to take away income tax. Why don't you take away income tax? Oh no. Who is this woman?
Our children will hurt for this.
Now wait, get ready. It gets even better. Get ready.
They want to take away abortion.
There we go. Where did you get this from? They don't want to take away abortion. Abortion is never going away. It's the states. I don't know what this means. People don't like abortion. This may be a surprise to you, but nobody wants to take away abortion. Abortion will always be here. The Dobbs case overruled Roe, which actually was overruled by Casey, but that doesn't really matter. Again, misapplication of the facts.
If you have a baby, you got to take care of it. They don't help you there.
Wait a minute. If you have a baby, you got to take care of it? Wait a minute. Did I hear this?
Our children will hurt for this.
Listen to this.
They want to take away abortion. If you have a baby, you got to take care of it. They don't help you there.
Uh-huh.
Then you take away education.
What?
Support.
What?
I'm curious.
You're crazy.
What's your mastermind thought plan? And I wonder, if it's good as his, then, whatever. Have a great day.
This is somebody who has no idea of anything, who just sits there and says, I don't understand this. I don't understand this. It's like she describing surgery would be, I don't know, so I guess you wheel them into a room and you cut them up and you knock them out and you take stuff out and you stitch them up again. Is this what you think? This is where we are, ladies and germs. This is where we are. So that's okay. Listen, those are fun, but it goes to show you, like this first dingleberry with the track star who clubbed someone. Dear God, I can't understand. Do they not recognize the fact that they are absolutely, positively looking at criminal liability? But wait, it gets even better. Let me show you the best one, and then we'll get to this Adam Schiff. But this came up before, and I had to share this with you. Did you hear what they're doing at USAID? Now, this is a fellow who is pretty good. I like him. What is his name? Oh, God. His name is Mike Benz. And Mike Benz is pretty good. And there's an update that several good folks at USAID have reached out to me in the past hour and said that this was 12 hours ago, that the document destruction at USAID today is normal, but I still have several lingering, at least mildly severe concerns about deleting the paper record. Now, I want you to watch this. And this is something which is absolutely incredible. There is a term I want you to remember. This term is called, spoliation. And spoliation is the act of ruining or destroying something. This is the act of taking goods or property from someone of illegal or ethical means. But it also means when you, like whenever we've sued or we send somebody a letter that says, do not remove the video cameras, or we're telling you, don't get rid of that. Oh, I'm so sorry. We had, there was one case where there was a certain entity that, brained somebody, and they attempted to destroy this. And you can inform the jury. Luckily, there were other copies on the web or on the whatever it was. Remember that idiot, that Luigi Mangione, who decides to eat at a restaurant at a McDonald's where all of the security is on the web. Anyway, when you remove documents, destroy things, it almost looks like deliberate obstruction of justice. And I want you to listen very, very carefully. This is really important. And watch Mr. Benz's kind of affect. He acts like it's just like, oh, whatever. And then I'll tell you what I would do. Watch this.
So this is something that I elevated earlier today, something that on its face seemed to be extremely scary. This Politico reporting and NBC and DevX and everyone reporting this email from USAID Executive Secretary Erica Carr telling everyone at USAID to shred and burn the documents in their safes. Some of these are classified documents, personnel records. The language in the email is
Does this man look at all alarmed by this? He looks like mildly amused or miffed.
This is, looks wild on its face. An all-day group effort to destroy documents, including classified safes, personnel documents, shred as many documents as first, reserve the burn bags from when the shredder becomes unavailable or needs a break. What I've heard from my contacts at USAID, and several of them have reached out in the past hour, is that they perceive this process to be normal, and that
it's just normal.
That it is pretty much standard fare in terms of deletion of documents, periodic review. The building itself is shutting down right now. The Ronald Reagan building and USAID's perched there. USAID is in the process of shutting it down and leaving. And so, in theory, this process of clearing out the documents has to be done at some point anyway.
Wait a minute. Let me stop right there. First of all, I don't like any of this. I don't understand the affect. I don't understand the demeanor. I really don't understand it. You just shut down the biggest money laundering slush fund operation in world human history. They are not getting rid of governmental reports. They are shutting down. I would have had the U.S. Marshals, the 82nd Airborne, everybody stop and throw them out now. We own USAID or USAID. We own it. The government owns it, not you. And in the event that there is some risk of perhaps documents being destroyed, spoliation, God, I got this itch. We are going to do it ourselves to make sure. So thank you very much. Please leave. This is ours. I own this. This is mine. If you have a business, this is my computer. These are my files. This is my place. You may have a personal thing on your desk. You may have a picture. But everything you do in the course of this is mine. Your files, your records, your correspondence, your everything. You turn over the keys to the door, the keys to this, the keys to the washroom, and get out. Do you hear how there's this sort of Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, whoever should have said, oh no. In fact, this should have been anticipated because they should have had some inside moles there. This is the thing that's driving me crazy. And I saw this the other day. This is the most important thing I saw. There was this one piece of Pam Bondi, who's very, very good. I have nothing against her, walking with Lara Trump. And they're talking about it. And then I walked into the Department of Justice and I saw that painting. And I said, well, I'm going to get rid of that painting. And they said, well, we got to get a hold of maintenance. He goes, maintenance took me 30 seconds to get rid of it. And this is where we're talking about. Bobby Kennedy saying, and I think that French fries and beef tallow and also bird flu, you got to be good. Bobby, are you just giving out information again? You're just being Bobby Kennedy. And I think red dye number 3, you might want to stay away from. When I do sit-ups, I do a lot of sit-ups. Did I tell you that? Here I am. Would you like to see me? I'm 70 years old and I'm taking testosterone. What are we doing here? Has anything changed? Hey, look, here's Elon Musk with selling Teslas. Sean Hannity. What is this Tesla thing we're talking about? No, that was the 50th day yesterday. We need to shut this down now. I want to see the 82nd Airborne. Am I the only one? What is going on here? This is war. For years, Adam Schiff, and this is a guy, has positioned himself as this champion of democracy. This is a guy, while actively engaging in some of the most outrageous and deceptive and corrupt and outright, I don't know what the word is, outright treasonous activities in modern American history, from his role, and listen to me, orchestrating baseless investigations against President Trump, to his deep ties with Intel and the intelligence community and their anti-American agenda. Adam Schiff has proven time and time again that his allegiance is not to the American people, but to the dark corridors, the halls of power that seek to undermine our republic. This is what we've got to be talking about. This man is nothing but, his world is a web of lies and deception. Adam Schiff, just look at this picture of him, built his political career on manipulation and deception and the outright falsification of evidence. If this isn't some form of obstruction of justice, I don't know what is. This is an attempt to push his radical anti-Trump narrative, and one of the most infamous acts ever was his relentless pursuit of this Russian collusion hoax, which wasted millions of taxpayer dollars and divided the nation. And despite being fully aware that there was zero evidence tying President Trump to Russia, Adam Schiff appeared on mainstream media repeatedly claiming that he had seen direct evidence of collusion. Remember this? He saw direct evidence of collusion. These statements, which later turned out to be absolute fabrications, should have led to perjury charges. But nothing happened. Nothing happened. Let's do it now. Bring him before. You can only claim this. You can only claim some type of privilege when you're on the floor of the House, not later on. He remains untouched. I don't get it. Adam Schiff didn't just lie about Russia. He lied about the central role in the Ukrainian impeachment hoax, where he selectively leaked misleading information and lies, fabricated evidence, and he coordinated with whistleblowers behind the scenes to push a false narrative against President Trump. That guy. And what happened to him? Nothing. He manipulated transcripts and secretive, basement hearings. This was an open assault on transparency and justice, and he's unscathed. How does this work? This abuse of power and corrupt, and beyond his obsession with targeting Trump, but behind, and I don't know what deal he had with Steve Garvey and how that worked out. That was a weird thing. But Adam Schiff, Shifty Schiff, has actively weaponized the government and has been used to silence his political opposition. This guy is as evil as it gets. He was one of the key players behind the efforts to pressure big tech and media companies to censor conservative voices like you, under the guise of combating misinformation. Remember this? Documents released in 2023 revealed that Schiff personally lobbied Twitter executives to remove accounts that question the official COVID-19 narrative. Remember this? And he or anything that dared to raise questions as to election integrity or anything that was lost. This level of absolutely unconstitutional overreach is nothing short of election interference. He did it. Nothing. His abuse of power. They should have at the Department of Justice a Schiff team like they did for President Trump. His abuse of power extended further when it was revealed to all of us that he and his allies and his cronies attempted to illegally obtain phone records of journalists and people like you and me, Republican members of Congress, even members of Trump's legal team. This is spying. And this operation is an absolute gross violation of constitutional rights and should have resulted in criminal prosecution. Yet, this is happens, as always, Schiff has evaded accountability due to this protection of the corrupt establishment. I don't understand it. And he's got to be taken out. We got to stop talking about Teslas and French fries and other things and find out, Jim Jordan, earn your keep. A member of Congress can break the law too. This guy's a national security threat. What about his role in leaking classified information? Anything about that? You don't think there's any laws broken? As chairman of the House Intel Committee, this guy had access to some of the most sensitive national security information known. However, he repeatedly leaked classified details to the media in order to craft politically motivated narratives. You don't think that's actionable? Anybody talking about that? I'm going to assume one day we're going to just see the boom lowered. He showed a reckless, absolute disregard for national security, directly, and listen to me, directly endangering intel operations and diplomatic relations. This man is a traitor. Former intel officials have stated that he leaks not only incorrect stuff, and not only have his leaks misrepresented facts, but they also put American personnel at risk. And that's something which is absolutely critical. And despite multiple calls for investigation, the establishment media and corrupt DC insiders shielded him from any serious consequences. Now imagine if a Republican had leaked classified information like that. Imagine what would happen. They would have been behind bars immediately, but not him. Because something tells me, and I fear, we don't have the killer instinct. Adam Schiff's ties to foreign intel, dark money. Let me tell you something. This guy has been implicated in questionable foreign dealings. While he was really tough accusing President Trump of foreign collusion, this guy himself took massive donations from defense contractors, foreign lobbying groups, pushing pro-China and pro-Ukraine policies. Anybody look into this? Of course not. This guy has been linked to donors and organizations that advocate for open borders and radical leftist agendas designed to weaken our U.S. sovereignty. In 2022, reports surfaced connecting him to donors tied to FTX. Remember that? The cryptocurrency. Remember him? Remember SBF and FTX and the scandal that funneled money through political channels to influence elections? Why didn't we get to the bottom of Bankman-Fried? Why didn't we find out more? Why didn't we get him and say, I'll tell you what, Sammy, we'll give you a chance to get out early if you cooperate correctly. His office has refused to fully disclose at all the extent of his financial connections. It raised further questions about what he was hiding. But we're talking about French fries. Okay. Adam Schiff must be stopped and arrested. He represents everything that is wrong with Washington. Corruption, deceit, abuse of power, a complete and total disregard for the rule of law. And if America is to restore true justice and accountability, Adam Schiff must absolutely face legal consequences for his crime right now. We are not kidding. And what about the potential charges? What could you charge him with? Perjury, lying to Congress and the American people about Russian collusion. That's number one. Abuse of power, illegally obtaining phone records and attempting to coerce tech companies to silence political dissent. Election interference, engaging in deceptive practices to manipulate election narratives. How about that? Leaking classified information. He endangered national security for his own political gain. Corruption and foreign influence. Taking money from foreign actors while shaping directly U.S. policy. Let me tell you something. With the House GOP finally investigating this, I hope investigating his blatant corruption, there is hope that he will finally be held accountable. The MAGA movement and our hopes and dreams, all of it, our freedomism, freedom-loving Americans, we have to demand justice. And we have to get nasty and mean. And we cannot be placated. And my idea is not watching Linda McMahon with Laura Ingraham. That's not what we voted people for. That's not it. It's time to start letting people like him know that you are not going to operate with impunity while they work tirelessly to destroy the very fabric of our nation. Let me explain. I'm dead serious about this. Schiff has got to be held accountable. You've got to teach somebody a lesson. Somebody's got to be perp walk. Somebody's got. So far, I'm worried that we know more about beef tallow and red dye number 3 than we know how these people are going to be taught. It almost makes. I don't want to think like this is an inside job here. You know, where they all look for each other. Like, I'm not going to. We're gonna make it look like we're doing this. The deep state and the establishment will do everything in their power, everything to protect Schiff. But the American people cannot let this stand. Every patriot, everybody watching now, must demand that Adam Schiff be fully investigated, prosecuted, and barred from ever holding office again. His seat in Congress should have been stripped years ago. And his ongoing, this influence in Washington is a blight, a stain on our supposed democracy, this thing that he always talks about. Look, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a conservative. I'm an American. But it's time for Republicans, conservatives, or all true Americans to rise up right now and demand accountability. If we allow criminals like Adam Schiff to walk free, then everybody walks free. What kind of message does that send to corrupt politicians? If Adam Schiff is not stopped, who will be the next traitor to get away with crimes against the republic? Who? This is something which I can't say enough. Every single day we must say this and make them worried. Justice must be served. We can't let this happen. Adam Schiff must be arrested. If he didn't break the law, nobody did. And I don't want this to go of the Epstein case. I don't know where that is. I don't know what that was about. I don't know what Pam Bondi could have theoretically done regarding Epstein. I don't know. But this can't be allowed to happen. Charlie Calais says Bondi and Patel are AWOL. Well, I don't know. It's only been 50 days. It's hard to say, a little early. Remember, Bondi is in charge. When will she answer? Well, we'll give her a chance. But you're right, though. This is the person. Only she can answer these questions. I'm seeing a lot of fluff and a lot of stuff that has nothing to do with what's going on. They should have gone on. I thought this was going to be some kind of a deal where they were going to go right from the beginning, where they were going to say, we're going to let you know exactly what we're going to do. I'm telling you, it's one of those things where I've got to say to you, and I say this with all due respect. I love this country and I love this president, and I'm so glad we are here. And we have earned this. There's no doubt about this. But I am not going to sit back and enjoy these little moments of, I don't know what you call it, these little moments of, PR and, oh, isn't that nice? Isn't that sweet? I'm not going to do it. I want justice. And I know you do too. All right, my dear friends, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us earlier this morning. We have a series of things to do. I appreciate it immensely. And by the way, Misinformed says Bondi is corrupt too. You have no idea what you're talking about. Why do we say things like this? Our job is not to be as irresponsible as I know it sounds fun to say that corrupt, but no. Have a little self-respect and a little self-restraint, and let's get this thing correct. That's all. I know people get upset, and sometimes people want to say who can say something that's the most outrageous. That drives me nuts. In any event, have a great and glorious day. Don't forget to follow Mrs. L at Lynn's Warriors. Don't forget Lionel Nation, which is this, and Lionel Legal, our sister station. All right, my friends, have a great and glorious day. We'll see you later. Don't forget the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Dead.